Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Canvas Intermediate. Great to see everybody in the chat. Glad to have everybody with us. We're going to first start on the landing page inside Intermediate, and we'll give the system a few seconds to catch up. As you enter the course today, just know that the attendance form is down at the bottom. The link is in there. Okay, so here is Canvas Intermediate. As we scroll down on the actual landing page, our welcome lets you know what this course is going to be covering. So we will be covering editing the homepage and linking buttons. Editing the homepage is exactly what you see in front of you is our landing page, and you're going to have the opportunity to link different buttons that are on your manually created course at the bottom. The next area is creating a sequence of modules. So make sure that you have your instructional pacing guide near you so that you can start adding modules that reflect or mirror the instructional pacing guides, and you can be ready for the fall semester. Building a Canvas manual quiz with multiple attempts. A Canvas quiz can be built directly inside Canvas. And what it means by multiple attempts is that students will have the ability to take the quiz over and over, and you'll be able to dictate how many times that they can. And you'll see when you are inside that module. Using an external tool with YouTube and Schoolnet, etc. Stephanie's going to go in depth today about that module, so stay tuned. And then lastly, exploring the student view and what the student sees. As Cole scrolls down on the home page or the landing page, the student view button is near the bottom. You'll see a gray button, and that will become very useful as you are building your manually created course. And then lastly is the help area where our content area is. Oh yay, student view button on the far right. Student view button sits right there just so you know where it's located. But when you go through that module, it will show you how the student view can be a really useful tool when you're building your course. So next, we're going to move over to modules, and Stephanie will talk more about that.
Good morning, guys. We're not going to go over every one of these modules. I just want to talk about one in particular, how to use the external tools such as using it with YouTube, Schoolnet, and Cami as well. For those of you that have already completed the course, just want you to know that we have actually added in a document there. Go back to the module code, if you will. Inside of that actual module itself, technically Cami is set up as an app that can be used once you create the assignment. You can actually go down to the bottom when you're assigning it and assign it as an external tool. With that being said, we had discussed with the company how to actually, instead of selecting it as an assignment, and we talked with you guys that have joined us in the previous courses about having it as just an external tool and not going through the assignment. Currently, they're working on that. So what we decided to do was give you the instructions on how to use it through the assignment tab. So you do have documentation. Understand that a lot of the stuff inside of the courses that we provide is information to help you when your courses start at the beginning of the school year. Not necessarily will you have connections with everything, but we wanted to make sure that you guys had a step-by-step on how to actually use it on the teacher side, how to use it on the student side in case you wanted to utilize Cami if you're not already using it. And like I said before in the previous course, they have given us that 6 months free trial to be able to utilize Cami with all of its full benefits. So let me repeat for those of you that have completed the course, there is a link there to help you with how to use Cami. So make sure that you do have that example there. Lisa, I'm going to turn it back over to you. She may have something going on. I'm not sure. So let me continue moving along through the course. These are the modules that you will utilize throughout the course and learn more about. We did look at some of the feedback on the staff evaluation forms from those of you that have actually already completed the course. So one of the things we want to make sure that you understand that it is the fact that a manual course is actually to support you and create things that can help you in your Power School courses. So it's a sandbox area. We did get some feedback about being able to utilize this or courses being offered while Power School is down. The thing about Power School being down is we were asked to create these courses during the summer, so we really don't have much leeway when they're offered. But with that being said, Power School is down, and technically the only time that we would have been able to offer this is when Power School comes back up, which is at the beginning of school. So that's technically why you were not able to go into Power School and look at your grading categories and things like that. But one of the things we want you to understand is this course or these courses are not designed just for you to be able to work and do everything at this point. This is more, or a lot of this stuff is information to help you in the long run and provide resources. So when you do get back to school and you do have that grade book, you already have some documentation to assist you with Speed Grader, with Badger, with Cami, with the actual Power Teacher Pro grade book. And that way, if you have questions, just remember we're always an email away, and we do respond back and assist you. So a lot of this stuff is information that we put in there just to help you guys.
Hi,
Lisa, you there?
I am. I was muted and talking away like it was my job. Anyway, if you'll go back to the modules for me, Cole, I just wanted to mention one more thing. Steph, you did a great job in explaining a lot of that stuff, which makes a lot more sense for a lot of people. When on the homepage or on the module, excuse me, we took to heart the feedback that you all are starting to give us, and as we continue to develop the different courses, what we're doing is making the blended learning for you just like you will for your students. And we're making it where there's videos, there's assignments, there's discussion boards, there's different external links so that you can start really blending and making your courses hybrid where you're able to do a little bit of this like you would be in the classroom as well as being in that a really good digital force for yourself. So, as Stephanie was talking about the creating your manual course, Power School archives your courses from year to year, your student rosters from year to year. So, creating that manual course becomes that template for you to be able to reuse and be repetitive from year to year so you don't lose that content, which is really important. And that's the direction we thought would be most beneficial for our teachers. So as you're going through and you're building that start a new course and actually naming your manually created course, it is useful to know how to not necessarily roster your students from year to year, PowerSchool will drop those in there for you. And then your manually created course is a standalone that you can then import, export in. Another great thing is also now that you're beginning to get comfortable in building assignments, in there you will also begin to get comfortable in building quizzes and discussion boards because the process is the same. So instead of selecting assignment, you'll drop that add assignment and you'll drop that down to select whether it's a quiz or a discussion board, etc., using the same information that you did for assignment. So that plus button will become very, very useful. Another thing, over the weekend, Rapid Identity definitely did an update, and some of you may have had some issues signing in and such. So those glitches are known. It's happening across the state. So if you're still having any type of issue, please email me, Cole, or Stephanie, and we will then assist you as best we can. And like always, this course is self-paced. So just remember that your coursework is not necessarily due until August 15th. There are some questions in the chat that maybe we can answer. What exactly is Cami? I haven't heard of it before now.
At least I answered that.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, Terry Oxendine asked, for some reason I could not load my quiz into module 1. I can see it under the quizzes tab, but not under modules. What did I do wrong? Miss Terry, we can go ahead and look on the backside and we can get back to you so you have that one-on-one with us. If you have some other questions while you guys are here, feel free and put them in the chat. Do not forget to fill out your attendance form also before you leave our Google Meet today.
Miss Kim Jacobs, they might have said that. I have not heard that. As far as an overall suggestion for PDFs and Chromebooks, but there is an extension for Cami for students to be able to, or for Chromebooks, Cami to utilize on Chromebooks. So, and they, when this first began, they probably were not aware of Cami and its full functionality. So you may want to check with your principal and just make sure. But that resource is available for students to be able to use PDFs. And I'm not going to go against anything that a principal's told you to do. Okay, so just make sure that you talk with your principal. Is Shrep on the line? Is he in the chat? Shrep, if you're there, let me know.
I'm looking to see if he is here today. I don't see him listed.
Yeah, he's there. Okay, Shrep, can you, on the staff evaluation form, you talked about the quiz itself and creating and building a quiz? Because somebody else may have this question as well. When building a quiz, you said to actually put the steps in assigning it. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. Are you meaning at the bottom of once you add the quiz, you technically can do it the same way that you assign an assignment underneath all that area? It's pretty much the same, as well as you were saying about an assignment being, or directions being before the assignment. We want to clear that part up for someone if there's an issue with the directions. Can you tell us what module that was in, Shrip? Okay. We just want to make sure that we're fixing things, and guys, we are reading your feedback and making sure that we're improving, because just because we can see it on our end and everything looks good and clear does not mean once you get inside the course, that you don't have troubles with it. Okay, so we want to make sure we get everything clear for you guys so that it makes this transition into blended learning, you know, easy. It had to do with creating a quiz and assigning it. Okay. I know on one of your improvements, you were saying that about the quiz, making sure that it had the assigning part, but then on the other part of your evaluation, you were saying something about making sure the directions were before the assignment. And we're not clear about that part because we've tried to look it over. So just email us. All right, Lise.
If there's not any other questions, we wish you luck this week. Remember, we're only an email away. You are more than happy to email us past this week about this course. Remember, coursework is not due or able or finished until August 15th at the end of those required teacher workdays. Oh, we have a few more whatchamacallit questions coming
Miss
in.
Christine, as far as a screencast-o-matic for external tools, it is in there with limited access. That may be something you want to talk to your principal about, because most subscriptions are school-based. And if there comes a part where a lot of principals are asking for the access, then they would push out as an overall public school unit subscription. We did want to also talk to you guys about rapid identity. Some people have had issues logging in. So they did update that on Friday. So if your password had expired, you were not able to change it, you need to contact us, because what has to happen is we have to go in right now until the glitch is fixed and reset your password, but you will not be able to change it until the glitch is fixed, okay? So that was the issue with some people being able to log into Rapid Identity. And if you know somebody that's having issues, please just have them to contact us.
Miss Saylor, I'll go ahead and answer your question. So as of right now that we are aware, Canvas is a district-made decision where grades 3-12 will be using the learning management system of Canvas, as well as pre-K 2 will be learning or using Google Classroom as their digital platform. And as always, just like we did from year to year, especially when COVID went out in March through June, yes, we are here for you to work with you and your students when they have questions and if they have any troubles getting logged in. So we're really excited that you decided, and everybody here that decided to take our summer digital learning, because it's going to be really useful as we move forward in this next school year. So I hope that answers you, Miss Saylor, a little bit and gives you some more positive feedback and knowing that you have the support.
Miss Gwen, just email me. Miss Sarah, did you sign up for the beginner course? Because you should have gotten an invitation if you signed up for the one in June.
There's
And
also
the one in July is coming up.
Where we're waiting on a few responses to wrap up. I know someone had asked about Screencast-O-Matic. I know we've explored Loom in the past, and some teachers have had success with that. Did you want to talk about that at all, Stephanie? About using Loom to record remote lessons?
Yeah, Loom is available. It is free. We do have some documentation that if you guys would like that, we would technically try to load it somewhere and let you know, or actually send out an email. It would probably be better to load it in one of the courses. But Loom is actually good. That's what we were using for some of the classes for our who had substitutes in it. But it is a good area for, or a good app for recording.
Miss Linda, I don't want to mess up your last name. How do I get to load a file in Canvas to display within Canvas and not become a download for students? It depends on the type of file you're talking about. So if you have a certain file in mind, if you can either let us know in the chat or email the three of us and we'll respond back to you. But you need to be a little bit more specific in the detail so we can guide you in the right way. So if in fact you have registered for courses that have not come yet, meaning the date has not come yet, you will get an orientation email just like you did for this one for the week prior to when those courses begin. So this week we have intermediate. So a lot of you got your introductory or orientation email last Thursday. This upcoming Thursday, if in fact you registered for communication tools or Google Drive and apps, for next week, you'll get your orientation email on Thursday. And then it proceeds afterwards. So after next week, we have communication tools, and I'm pretty sure it is Canvas beginner. And then the week after that is either Google Drive and apps and then Canvas intermediate. So week by week, if you are in a different course, you will then get an orientation email. So Miss Sarah, if you are registered for the one in July, it's still 2 weeks out before it starts. You will probably get an email next Thursday.
Miss Keisha, when you're talking about see this course, do you mean the manual course? I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. Because yes, publishing is very important. And thank you, Alicia, for answering Miss Terry. For some reason, I didn't see that question about the module. But that's what we're all here for, trying to talk and answer these questions all at the same time. So bear with us.
Okay, so Miss Linda, the file you're trying to upload is a PDF. Let me email you back on PDFs directly because PDFs can get a little funky. PDFs are not meant for anybody to really write on. They're really made for people to read through, not change things. And sometimes working in the Google Apps environment, such as doc sheets and slides, that can be really useful for students. They make their own copy using external tools and such. But if you want it just to be a page where they can read and not have the capability to download, I'm just curious to why.
Loom does have a free model, and it's what we've used. Basically, you're limited on storage capacity, I believe. You can record so many videos and it store them for you. But once you reach a limit, it will start deleting your oldest video, or you can, of course, go in and manually delete which video you would like to be deleted. The nice thing about it, though, is you can always download your videos after you've recorded them, so that you can keep them, stored in your Google Drive. So you don't necessarily have to worry about paying for a professional plan if you're willing to do a little bit of housekeeping on a regular basis.
Luke, it's different from Google Meet because you have to remember we technically are going to have to pay for all this stuff that we're getting free right now. Loom is actually free. at this point, where the stuff that we're doing now to record Google Meet is not. So we always try to look for alternatives for it being free. Thanks, Keisha, for that information.
And with the YouTube Live, go ahead.
Miss Sarah, did you sign? I know you're asking about access to beginner level and getting credit.
I've answered her, Stephanie.
Okay.
She signed up for the one later in July.
Okay.
So she's going to wait and start there and then circle back around to intermediate.
That'd be good.
Yep.
Loom is designed to record your screen, and I believe it has some annotation tools, I think, built into it as well. If not, obviously you could use any type of whiteboarding software that you may have access to, or just simply use PowerPoint or Google Slides to do annotations. But Loom is mainly meant to do screen recording, and then you give students links to the videos to watch later. It's not really meant for live interaction with Loom. It's recorded and they watch it later, I believe. These YouTube live streams that we're doing, the main reason we're doing these is to get around the 250 participant limit. With Google Meet, which we do have for free right now, the premium plan, we can have up to 250 people in a Google Meet. Some of these courses have 400, plus people registered for them. So to give everybody an opportunity to participate, a YouTube live stream was the only option for us. A Google Meet would not allow everybody to participate in them. We're hoping to be able to purchase the premium plan to be able to keep the high number of 250 for people in a Google Meet. Should that expire and we're not able to purchase it, then I believe the limit goes back down to 50 in a Google Meet, which is what we had previously.
Are there any other questions?
I just want to clarify, the Google Meet recording is again a premium feature that we have access to until the end of September. If the district is not able to pay for the premium plans, we will lose access to the Google Meet recording as well.
So, Miss Nikki, that's why it's free. It will not be free if we don't once they turn it off, if we don't buy the premium package.
If there are any other questions, please get them into that chat so that we can answer them. Miss Christine, as we figure out how Google Meet and premium features along with Google Apps comes down the pike in the next few weeks, if in fact we do decide to go a different route, the district will make that decision and we will surely make sure we let you guys know as teachers and educators so that you can adjust. And of course, like always, there'll always be training from the three of us to help you.
Trey, based on what the cabinet decided, it is grades 3 through 12. That was not our decision, but that was sent down to us as the grade levels chosen to participate in Canvas. So it is still grades 3 through 12.
Miss Linda, as of right now, PSRC will be supporting Google Meet at this time. If something should change, we will be more than happy to update you if you're in other courses throughout the summer, or if in fact you have a specific emailed question to us as this semester or season starts. Are there any other additional questions? At this time, please make sure that you fill out that attendance form before you exit our Google Meet for today. Don't forget, Thursday, we have our 10 o'clock Q&A for this course, but keep in mind you can always email us at a later date as other people may have other courses that they are taking. Ms. Keisha Parker, moving forward into some of the other courses we are teaching, the communication tools that we will be focusing on are Remind, Class Dojo, how to operate and log into NCED Rapid Identity, Google Email, the Power School Parent Portal, as well as the Canvas apps. Okay, so if there's not any other questions at this time, go ahead and make sure Cole has put that link for that attendance one more time for you guys. So at the end of the chat, so that you have it at your fingertips, please make sure that you go ahead and fill out that form. And we will see you at 10 o'clock on Thursday. Hope you guys have a great day.